just want to make sure everything's going okay. You know? I just want to make sure everything is all right. And it is. Okay. The screen kind of froze up here. Because, man, it's just too much to handle right now, baby. So, I don't care if it's Sunday, 11:30, baby. We're letting this shit play. Just listen to that fucking breakbeat, bro. Just listen to the breakbeat, man. I can't get too crazy, bro, because I just had a lot of Carvel ice cream that I probably should not have had. Because me cae mal siempre. But I had to have it, bro. Because it's kind of late and I need a little pick-me-up or whatever. It's mostly because I'm gluttonous. I'm just on this tear right now that I'm just eating really bad stuff and I need to really stop. And I have to get back on a really healthy regimen again so I can see myself, you know, popping out a little bit. Estoy un poquito hinchado. Un poquito inflamado, to tell you the truth. A little bit like, you know, and I feel that way. You can tell. And it's just me eating really bad, not really caring. Like, I don't want to cook. I don't want to. It's too much. It's me whatever. I'll just eat one day after. You know how it is? That's how it is sometimes. You get like that sometimes. You can't be like that. What's going on? Was there like a game or something? Oh, my bad. Oh, Jimmy. Excuse me. Your penis was everywhere. We appreciate it, but, you know, we got things to do. And it ain't over. You think it was over? It's not over. There's still more to be had. You think we're done with these guys? We're not done with them. It's not done. This song is done. I'm letting it play out. I'm actually gonna cut it right now, so cut it. Jimmy, go rest. Thank you. Heat cultura. 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 However you say it, that's how you say it now and forever. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules. Okay? I am Studio Mogura. Studio Mogura. Hit me up at the PayPal and the CashApp. All donations go toward the making of my independent film, which I'm trying to do right now, and things are a little crazy right now because I just saw that some asshole's making meth alligator. Can you believe that shit? Meth alligator? Look, man, I'm gonna be straight with you. I wrote this script, right, in 2021, and there's a part in the script where, you know, there's a guy, and he's like trying to get like a specific animal because they're doing something with it that's like, you know, kind of messed up, and you know, he ends up getting another animal that's really not what he wanted, but one of his henchmen is like a dumbass, and he feeds it some stuff that like makes it go crazy. And so that was the premise of like this little hook at the end of the film. And Cocaine Bear comes out, and I'm like, you know, maybe I can get away with it because Cocaine Bear is literally Cocaine Bear. That's the whole film. The whole film is just like writing this. And my thing is not like that. My thing is just like, all this shit happens, and then this random fucking thing happens, dude, to kind of like show you. It's a thing that I have in all my writings. That's basically like how random Miami can be, and it's just something that happens there, dude. And it all worked perfectly when I wrote it, dude. But then now it's like I really can't go through. I was like, I wasn't sure, and then like I just saw somebody post something up that there's someone's coming out with a meth alligator, because since Cocaine Bear was such a hit, it literally in the span of Cocaine Bear to now, someone has already made a meth alligator, sold it, and it's coming out in theaters in 2023. So that's what I got to deal with. So I started writing something else, you know, like a couple of weeks ago, and then like last night I got actually a good hit with something. I got something. I think. So I got to work on it a little bit more. So we'll. I just got. I'm gonna do that tonight after we're done here. I'm gonna kind of hash that out a little bit because I see it. I kind of see it. I kind of see where I needed to go, but it's not there yet. It's not there yet, and it's like I think I can take what I've done, a lot of what I've done, and what I've written already, and just I have to add something to it and kind of like make it something else, and then maybe I'll have something. So we'll see. We'll see what happens out of that. I am still excited. I'm still gonna do it. But hey, you know what? In the meantime, donate to the PayPal, donate to the Cash App, and your name. Include your name in the memo of your donation, and I will include it as a producer. I will give you producer credit, and I will put you in the end credits of the film. It's like legit, dude. So please, anything you can give, $1 to $1,000,000, whatever the fuck it is, that would be awesome, bro. That would really get this film made and get things going. If not, if you want something tangible, buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon, available on Barnes & Noble. It's basically a chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. It's like my adventures when I was a raver back in the day, doing crazy shit. So please check that out. Check out my comic shop and blog, octotaku.com. Check out my TeePublic, where I have t-shirts. You can buy those and help me out there. And best of all, you can also help me out by just listening to my music. Go onto Spotify, check out my playlist. That's going to take you to the playlist and listen on your computer. So you can just listen to all the tracks, no problem. And you listen to my whole discography, like 130 something fucking tracks. And most importantly, I'm also coming out with a brand new fucking album that is coming out August 15th. The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. Please pre-order the album on Bandcamp, right over here, where it says eltopomiami.bandcamp.com. Go to that address to pre-order the album. If you pre-order it there, not only are you going to order it the cheapest for $5.99, you could also have the option to pay more money if you feel more inclined, which would be awesome. But also, all the money goes to me. It's not like cut up between Spotify or any kind of shit like that. Like I get pretty much all the money, which is amazing. It goes right to my PayPal. And more importantly, if you pre-order it here, you get the first 4 tracks ready to listen to. The first 4 singles, because there's a single coming out this week. There's a single coming out in June and July, and then 2 singles in August before the album comes out. And if you pre-order it now, you can get those tracks now. If you pre-order it on iTunes, you get the option to buy those tracks now. Like, you don't get those tracks. You get the option to buy those tracks. Okay, so honestly, as much as I love iTunes, and I know that's where it charts and all that kind of shit, so I appreciate it, but I'd rather you just stick to either listening to it on Spotify or support it on YouTube. Find the YouTube videos. Just check my YouTube page. I have the videos there. There's also somebody else that goes by El Topo. There's like 8,000 people that go by El Topo now. But understand this. There's only 2 people you need to worry about that go by El Topo. Me and the band. There's an alternative band, and both of us started using the El Topo in the early 2000s. I will admit the band was the first, and I was the second that started using it in the mid-2000s. But I kept using it because they're an alternative band, and I don't make alternative music. So I knew we would never have a clash. There was no other DJ, there was no other MC, there was no other producer that was going by El Topo at that time. So I took the moniker, and that's my name, and that's how I've been using it. And just as of recently, in the last 2 or 3 years, someone else has been using El Topo. They came out with this really lame-ass titled song called Talk My Shit with, him, the guy holding a baby. And he's got another track called Cocaine and Ecstasy. So it's like one of these rapper guys that are just I'm sure you really love the rap game, and I'm sure you want to be a superstar and all that kind of stuff again, and all your friends are helping you on. That's really good, and I hope it all works out for you. But please, contact your people so you can distinguish your shit. I don't mind that you use El Topo. I don't give a shit, because reality is we're all jocking Alejandro Jodorowsky. All right, we're all jacking Alejandro Jodorowsky. Okay, we're all paying homage to him. We're all fans of that guy's work. We're all, really want to be like that. But if I wanted to take a step further, I could, because number one, El Topo also stands for a mole. The mole, that's what it means. El Topo means the mole, which is where El Topo in the movie, like in the beginning of the movie, it's about this guy that rises too fast and he gets blinded by the sun. You know what I mean? That's the whole like analogy thing that they use. So I also have a mole, and I also go by Studio Mogura. Mogura is Japanese for mole. The symbols the Japanese characters use, that's Earth Dragon. That means mole in Japanese. So I also use that. So the El Topo is this really big deal because, I don't know why. I'm fucking blind, and I spend all night in the fucking cave working on my fucking shit underground, like working. And every time I fucking go and I'm like, hi, I have something, like, that's what happens. So that's how we do things. So that's the whole deal. So please, honestly, know the distinguish. If you always look for my seal, the El Topo seal, the PM Crew seal, any of my seals and logos, they're always going to look the same. All the designs are always going to look the same. I'm always going to have a really awesome cover. I really put a lot of work into that stuff. So you will be able to distinguish which are my albums and which are not albums. You know, always PM Crew and always El Topo. And I've also started to include El Topo Miami into, if you can see right now, like on my other previous albums, I never had that. This is the first album that I have El Topo Miami on, because I just don't want to go to like really having you explain it and okay, and so from now on, I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna, I don't mind putting El Topo and then a Miami on top, you know, and so people can distinguish it. But El Topo, if I had to fight, I will fight, and you know, I don't see why not. I don't see why. I don't give a fuck if this guy has it. Just, you know, fucking A, make El Topo A, make El Topo B, make El Topo 129, 130. I don't give a fuck, bro. Just fix the shit so that his shit appears on his shit and my shit appears on my shit. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. So so please support. Please check it out. The album's great, man. Awesome. Honestly, it's really great. The first thing you can listen to the full fucking album on Bandcamp. You can't listen to the full album on iTunes. You can't listen to the full album anywhere else. Go to Bandcamp and you will listen to the full album and you can see for yourself if it's good or not. Okay? Thank you. Appreciate it. Here we go. Get the shit out of here. Thank you very much. What's going on? I had a lot of sugar. I had coffee. I had a giant Carvel sundae. I usually get like a shake because I'm like, I want a shake. Yeah. But I just, you know, I didn't really feel a shake. Honestly, because I didn't have a shake like 2 days ago. I can't really remember anymore. Yeah, it must have been 2 days ago when I have one every time they win. It's really bad and gluttonous. I was doing that with the Jets, and it's a bad habit I've developed. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, man, I wanted something. I wanted something good, you know, because this was like a feast, and I wanted a good dessert after my feast. So I got a sundae, chocolate ice cream, sprinkles, little chops of banana, and marshmallow. It's kind of like a rocky road without the road. I guess the rocky. It's the rocky road with the road, but without the rocky. Because the rocky road makes it rocky is the almonds, right? Yeah, almonds, I guess. And that makes the rocky road. I don't know. What do you want to talk about? You want to see how many assists and points this guy had, and this is dominant. Look at the stats and blah, 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 blah. Look at these plays and look how down. We don't need to see none of that fucking shit, because none of that shit fucking matters, bro. Do you remember this fucking game like 20 fucking years ago when they fucking did that shit? You don't give a fuck. So let's just move on with our lives, bro. There's no reason to even look at this game and enjoy it. This game's nothing. This game is a breath, you know. This game is a thought. This game is a fart. This game is when you go to the bathroom, you take a piss. This game is, you know, just you go to the fridge, you're taking a drink of water. This game is nothing. This game is just an average thing that you. This game is not. It's absolutely meaningless. This game is nothing. Nothing happened tonight. You didn't even watch a game. You know what you did? You fell asleep and you woke up and you found out that he won. And you're like, oh, cool. And you went on with your life. That's what happened tonight. Light work. There's no reason to even be happy or celebrate or anything. You know what? Let's actually pick these motherfuckers apart and all the fucking mistakes that they made. Let me tell you something. I'm tired of seeing fucking Cody Zeller. I am goddamn tired of it, bro. They're forcing him down our throat. I don't need that shit. You saw how Yurtseven went in there, and Yurtseven had 2 hook shots, and you're like, wow, those are fucking amazing hook shots, bro. Like, that's way better than anything that Zeller's fucking done. Yurtseven provides better defense. Yurtseven is more in tune with this team. Cody Zeller was brought in here at midseason and forced into this lineup. He's never really worked, man. And every time he gets in there, the shit falls apart. So please, can we stop putting him in there? Put Yurtseven in the fucking game, man. Put Yurtseven in the fucking game. I don't want to see Cody Zeller anymore. Tired of him. Get him out of here. Firing him tomorrow. Call him up right now. And Cody, I'm sorry. I appreciate y'all your help, but you're fired. Bring his wife and kids into the room. Look him in the eyes and say, you're gone. All of you. Go. We don't want you here no more. Kick them all out. Push them right out the door into the rain. Category 4, hurricane. Sorry. There's no food for you here. Can't stay here, Cody Zeller. Can't share your one frozen pizza with you that we have in the fridge. You're going to have to go out in the middle of the hurricane and find somewhere that's open. And I hope nothing happens to you. Obviously, that was a memory that got triggered because that's what that happened to me. I had a roommate that was like my best friend, and with my other best friend, and there was a hurricane that was hitting, and hit my other best friend from like elementary, kind of young, the guy I used to do music with and stuff. Him and his girlfriend, they were staying like on Biscayne, so they couldn't stay there. They had to be evacuated, but they didn't have anywhere to go. So they came and they stayed in our apartment because we had we had a loft and they could stay downstairs, and downstairs was always cool, so it was fine. And they stayed downstairs, and it was first. But the only problem was that I didn't have time to go out and get food or anything like that, so we didn't have nothing. The only thing that was in the fridge was my roommate at the time, his one large frozen pizza. And like it was about to hit, and we were worried that we were gonna have power, so we were like, "Hey, let's make the pizza so we can have something to eat." And he didn't want to share the pizza. He was like, "No, that's my pizza. I don't want to share it. What am I gonna eat then?" And it's like, dude, it's like one of these large like DiGiorno frozen pizzas. It's like, yo, like each of us could eat off of it, like no problem, and you probably still have like 2 slices left for yourself, dude. What are you talking about? And he's like, no, I don't want to share it. And I was like, you know what? I didn't even want to really, at that point, like, I was so surprised, shocked, and disgusted because I'm like, dude, we're like all best friends. We're not knowing each other from like years, from like high school, dude. Like, why are you even being this way? Like, like, as if we're not going to pay you back, as if we don't already have ever given you shit. Like, I've smoked him out before. I've made him food before. We're friends. What the fuck's going on? I didn't even want to get into that. So I said, oh, you know what? Don't worry. And I went with my Raul. Like, hey, bro, come with me. We're going to go get food. We're just going to go and we're going to get it. And, like, Raul's girl was like, what are you doing? There's, like, a fucking Category 3, Category 4 hurricane out there. It's about to hit. You're crazy. Don't worry. We're just going to go around and we're going to find something. Get in my car. We go out, bro, like, driving around. It's fucking wind, crazy, rain. Luckily, it's just bands. So there's just, like, there's pauses between every band. So it's not so bad yet. But we're driving, and I'm like, oh, man, I don't think we're going to find it. And I don't even remember where it's at. I don't even remember when it was called. I don't remember what happened. Because somehow, somebody was like this place that was in the middle of like nowhere, and there was nothing around. It was just like the pizza joint, and it was a pizza place. And it was open. And I was like, oh, shit, there's a pizza place, and it's open. Let's go. Fuck it. And I don't remember anymore. It wasn't like Domino's. It wasn't Little Caesars. It wasn't like a main chain because all those chains were closed because they have to close because of the hurricane warnings. It was like a family-owned fucking pizza place. I don't think it was Jerry and Joe's or something like that. It was like some random pizza place. And I was like, fuck it, let's go. They're open. And we went in, and they were like, yeah, no, we're just open because we got, we're trying to waste all the, the food and stuff before in case it goes bad and stuff like that. So what do you want? And we ordered like 4 fucking large slices, fucking a ton of fucking drinks, fucking like desserts and garlic rolls and everything that we could get because they had shit that they needed to get rid of, so we got as much as we could, and they hooked it up. And we went back with a bunch of fucking shit, and then my roommate was like, "Can I have some?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I didn't make a fuss or anything. I was like, "Yeah, sure, of course, bro. What do you think I'm gonna do? Not give you any?" Like, I went out there and I got enough for everybody, bro. So I got one whole pizza for each person. So nobody can complain. And that's like, I'll never forget that. I will never fucking forget that. Ever. And it's one of the low points of our friendship. We have many great moments, me and my previous best friend, but who he no longer talks to me anymore, of course. Yeah, that was something that was just like, wow, that taught me a lesson about like how people closest to you, you never know. You never know. You can never trust like even the closest people to you. You have to be very like always cautious of them because they'll flip on you for like the stupidest thing. Can you imagine him during like a fucking zombie apocalypse, bro? He's the guy that would not let you in. And would just like stay inside the bunker with all the fucking food for himself. And like lock the fucking door as he sees that you're fucking got plenty of time. You're running to the bunker. It's like you and your wife and your kids and shit like that, and you've got plenty of time, and he's got the door open, and he sees that there's like zombies that are literally like a mile away, and you're running up to the thing. You're almost gonna get there, and just like when you're at, he closes the door on you. He's like, no, you're That's him. Fucking asshole. But he's I guess he's alright in some way. But yes, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna. What are you gonna talk about? You want me to talk about this game? You want to talk about? You want to talk about Bam completely like destroyed the careers of pretty much everybody in that fucking game? You know, Jason Tatum's so lucky that he didn't get slammed on that, because if he would have gotten slammed on that, like, it would have been another time that another poster that Bam has of him on Tatum. I think that's the bigger thing that we need to talk about, is how, like, absolutely the purest form of kryptonite this team is to fucking Jason Tatum. Because even last year when Jimmy took the shot, like, Jason Tatum was getting his ass kicked. It wasn't like, oh, they were clearly much better, which is why it's so fucking annoying, this whole fucking deal with the Heat, and this whole idea that they're like, oh, this is a surprise to everybody, you know? And it's like, I don't want to hear that it's just a surprise to fucking, like, Heat fans, because it shouldn't be, you know? It's just, it's you, and you get enamored with, like, whatever wins, like, you want to crown them, and it's like, you can't do that, you know? Like, the league isn't like that anymore. If there's a dominant force in the league right now, it's the fucking goddamn Miami Heat. You know, because we've been here consistently, and I'll give it to the Boston. There's only two really big teams to worry about in East, and that's Boston and Miami. And it's been like that since the big fucking three. And Milwaukee came in there, but, like, Milwaukee has never appeared to me as a threat. I've never been afraid of those motherfuckers. I've known this whole time that we could always beat them at any given series. They literally caught us last year, 2 years ago, like, right after the bubble, on, like, zero fucking rest, trying and grind the whole fucking season to get a good seeding, and we just ran out, or we just didn't have it. We didn't have it anymore then. But it wasn't that we were a bad team. It was the same team. Same guys. Same fucking guys. So it's this idea that we're like, oh, this is a surprise. It's crazy, dude. No, it's not. It's not a surprise. These are really good players. Gabe Vincent is a great fucking player. You just didn't know. You've never heard of him. You never seen him. You don't watch Miami Heat. You know, which is, it's so funny because Miami is actually one of the most popular teams in the NBA in the world. You know, you go to Asia, you go to other countries, and you see people wearing Miami Heat gear. Okay? Like, we have a real staple and a foothold in China because of both Butler and Wade and their shoe deals. So, you know, that's 1 billion people, so that's just going to spread, you know, on that side of the world. You don't have to worry about this side of the world because we put it out there. But on the other side of the world, they're huge. And now, man, he has eclipsed, like, Wade level. He's like Wade level at this point. And I don't mean even before Wade won the championship. I think after. He's even if Butler doesn't win a title this year, which I can't. I don't want to say that, man, because Denver is really, really a tough team, and that guy's just insanely good, and it's going to be one of these series that's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's going to all come down to, can we win one over there in Denver? And I'm going to say this right now. As soon as this motherfucking series is over, dude, as soon as we beat the fucking Celtics and pummel them, I don't want to see the Heat here in Miami. I want to see the Heat leave the very next day for Denver. I want to see them practice in Denver. I want to see them stay out, move your families out there, whatever. Go to Denver immediately after this game. Fly out to Denver. Get acclimated, bro. This Heat team will not survive in fucking Denver. You know why? Because we live at fucking sea level, bro. There's no fucking mountains. There's not a goddamn fucking hill in this place. The tallest fucking point in Florida is a fucking garbage dump. That shit affects you, bro. If you are from Florida and you've lived in Florida all your life and you go out to California, bro, you get lightheaded. And you're like, oh, wow, what the fuck's going on? It ain't the weed, bro. It's the fucking altitude. I went to Tahoe and I almost died. I almost died in Tahoe. I was in fucking Tahoe and I was like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with me, dude? And I was like, oh, shit, you know what it is? It's the fucking altitude. Like, I got out of the car, almost fucking passed out like mareo and shit. And you know what? My parents fucking made me drive. Go figure. On the way down, I had to drive the whole way down. Ugh, wonderful. You know, I felt it was good because, you know, I was driving down. I wasn't driving up. So driving, I'll be better. I'll be getting more oxygen, so I'll be okay. Which was fine. But still, I thought it was like, you want me to drive? Are you serious? I'm like, I almost passed out. Whatever. But that's a big deal. The Miami Heat need to leave immediately after winning the series. If they, as soon as they close the series out, which I expect them to, I mean, at this point, you gotta expect them to. Fucking hell, they better. I don't want to fucking be all like, oh, I'm scared to say it. No, you're not. I'm not scared to say it. They're gonna win this fucking shit. That's it. It's over, bro. They broke these motherfuckers' backs today, bro. Like, we are never gonna hear from the Boston Celtics again. Like, I don't think we're gonna hear from Boston Celtics as like a really good like premier team, like on the top for like a while. This knocked them off the pedestal back to with the Knicks, back to with the Cavs, back to with the fucking the 76ers, back to with everybody in the back there. Get the fuck back. That's where you belong. This is what happened. Because they're gonna come in, they're gonna fuck it up with the coach. They'll keep Tatum, but they don't trust Tatum no more. They won't trust Tatum no more. Jaylen Brown might not be around. He does a lot, but he's the same trade bait that like a lot of fake Heat fans and motherfuckers who hate the Heat that want to break the Heat up, always clamoring for Tyler fucking Hero and shit like that. That's the same kind of fucking thing's gonna happen with Jaylen Brown. He's gonna be included in every fucking trade talk until he gets pissed off, and he's like, no, fuck it, put me in a trade. I'm out of here. I don't want to deal with this shit. You want to trade me so bad? Trade me, and that's probably gonna happen. And he'll go somewhere, and he'll be the centerpiece somewhere. And then boom, that's another piece that Jason Tatum will lose, and it's like, yo, you can't. That guy can't do it by himself like that. Sorry. I can see Marcus Smart. Finishing his career in Boston because he fits there. But I mean, I can see him going somewhere else easily. San Antonio, something like that. Going to the Knicks. Hell, I can see Marcus Smart coming to play for the fucking goddamn Heat. And he'll thrive here. He'll love it here. He'll paint his fucking hair red. $80 million finally did something. Finally. $80 million. Look how long $80 million takes to get here. $80 million. Dude in a fucking meaningless game too, That's reality, but he put it away. There's a thing with the Celtics is they were still kind of growing, spurting, even when they fucking put in all the other guys. But Duncan Robinson, thank God, was like, no, you know what, I feel good today. Gabe Vincent was, I've been saying for a long time in CULTURA, if you go back to last year's show, which again, reminder, I'm slowly kind of downloading all the fucking episodes from one, moving it to now its own little page, because right now it's on a page that's connected to like my Spotify account, and it's like the wrong email address, and I have a separate podcast account for CULTURA, like CULTURA@gmail.com, and so also if you ever want to hit up CULTURA over here, CULTURA@gmail.com. Sorry, I'm burping a lot. That's the fucking Carvel. It's killing me right now, but I'm trying. So it is up there, but yeah, I have my own account, and I'm just trying to transfer all the old episodes, move it over, and then I'm gonna just download all the fucking audio that I've recorded thus far. 70 something fucking just this year, that's a lot, and I'm gonna put it on. That's probably the cat hair or dandruff, or maybe both. Who knows? No, you know what? It shouldn't be dandruff because I started using this new shampoo that was actually really great, really great. It's just really organic kind of stuff, and it's been wonderful, and it saved my life because I had a lot of dandruff, and I was like, oh my god, well, it was like snowing in here and shit. It's like, what the fuck? But this thing actually, I now that I think about it, I'm like, wow, dude, you know what? Yeah, now that I think about it, I haven't seen the fucking dandruff, and like, oh my god, you hate that shit. And then I wear black all the time. Everything I own is black, which is worse because you know what? Not only do I have the dandruff problem, but also I have a white cat. So just it's like, what's going on? What are you doing? That's a bad idea. This is totally a bad idea. So there you go. But man, I don't know. I mean, we've been praising Gabe Vincent for a long time on this show. So if you look back to our previous episodes, you will see Gabe Vincent. We've been praising you. We knew there was something there, when we didn't really know. At the very, very beginning, I'm not going to lie, I actually questioned Gabe Vincent. I thought it was a bad deal. We gave up, who was it? I don't think it was Dragic that we gave up for Gabe Vincent. I think it was Dion Waiters. No, it was Dion Waiters. We gave up Dion Waiters for Gabe Vincent. Like, we didn't bring back Dion Waiters, and we said fuck you to Dion Waiters because we had Gabe Vincent. And at that time, Gabe Vincent wasn't really that. He was like, I don't know. I don't see it. I really don't see it. But he had like a thing, and he reminded me a lot of Seth Curry in there, but not as good as a shooter. And I could see him kind of thing, but he still looked a little too small. He just didn't look like he could do it. And it just I don't know why, but whatever. Trust his team, and he somehow stuck around. And then you know what? Like Kyle Lowry got hurt, and Gabe Vincent had to play, and that's when he started to shine. And I was like, oh wait a minute, you know what? That guy's not that bad. Pretty good. And then Kyle Lowry comes back. Kyle Lowry takes the spotlight so much because it's Kyle Lowry, and ESPN loves Kyle Lowry. So you kind of forget about Gabe Vincent. There's nobody talking about Gabe Vincent, but then honestly, Gabe Vincent was better than Kyle Lowry. We all know this year. Everybody in fucking Miami that watches Miami Heat hates Kyle Lowry. We all hate him. We all fucking can't stand him. He drives us fucking crazy, bro. Then in the regular season, we all wanted to murder his ass. But we did it because Gabe Vincent was there, and you know what? Gabe Vincent came in. Okay, we're fine. We're fine with Gabe Vincent. And then Lowry started coming off the bench. And then when Lowry started coming off the bench, he was really good. Like, really good. And you're like, fuck, we can't, hate Kyle Lowry anymore because something happened that he's, all of a sudden making all of his shots, and he's disgusting. And at the beginning of this season, he was great, too. The beginning of the season, he was healthy. He was ready to go. A lot of our wins and a lot of our real big plays came from Kyle Lowry while Jimmy Butler was getting rested. Jimmy was just getting back and getting into rhythm, all this kind of shit. It was pretty much Kyle Lowry and Hero carrying this team for a lot of the beginning of the season. And then at some point, he just tapered off. And it's like, no, we can't deal with this because he's killing us right now. So that's when we went to fucking Gabe Vincent. Found that Gabe Vincent he needs to be the starter. And at that point, we found out, shit, when Kyle Lowry comes off the bench, he's fresher at the end of games, and he doesn't make as much mistakes. So, right. And then, boom, that's what happened. That's where we are right now. That's why Kyle Lowry's playing great, because he's fresh. It's not like last year where, by this year, Kyle Lowry was hurt. But this year, a lot of guys were hurt. Because we killed ourselves trying to go for that stupid number one. We don't need that shit no more. We could lose a couple games. 80-game season is way too long, bro. Cut that shit in half, man. Really? Cut it in half. Or expand the fucking roster and let other guys fucking play. Have more fucking stars on a team. So you have more to choose from. Because you don't need the number one anymore. You don't need to be the number one seed. You just need to win the fucking game. Home court advantage don't mean shit no more anymore in the NBA. I mean, I don't want to say that because it's like we're undefeated at home. But I really don't think it's... I mean, I know we're a really powerful home team and we got a great crowd now. We got a really basketball knowledgeable crowd. People don't realize. People still think Miami's a football town, and it's not. It hasn't been a football town since Dwayne Wade came in, this motherfucker. And I don't mean with LeBron. I mean when he first fucking came in and before he won the goddamn title. When he dunked on fucking that guy and destroyed his life and career. That's when pretty much this town became a basketball town. So people don't realize that, people in Miami know basketball, dude. We know basketball. So, a lot of it is you. It's not us. You're the ones that say we show up late, we don't care about the team and stuff like that. You don't live here. You don't realize. Bro, you can only go and do really one thing a day here in Miami. It's the most annoying fucking thing in the world. I can't go do groceries, do a errand, do this, go to the office, blah, 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 here and there, visit this person. No, I can't do that shit. Traffic will not allow you to do that shit. You will waste 2 to 3 hours in traffic a day if you're out there running fucking errands, bro. Easily. And that's before rush hour traffic. It's really difficult to do at least 3 things in a day in Miami. If you get to do 2 things in a day in Miami, you're fucking lucky. Be happy. Be happy. Most times I've gotten to a point where I'm just like, you know what? I only have one errand to do. I'm only doing one errand. Either if I'm going to the office, I'm only going to the fucking office. If I have an errand to run, I make sure I do it on the way to the office, and that's it. Because the traffic is fucking insane. It drives you crazy, dude. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. And forget it if it fucking rains, dude. If it's raining, dude, forget it. It really affects you, bro. It really does, It's not that we don't care. It's not that, we don't like basketball or we're fake fans. No, man. Shit, bro. Miami's not an easy place to live in, dude. You know this. You see it. I mean, forget the fact that, Florida's going fucking crazy with the stupid fucking conservatives flipping out all scared of gay people and shit, which is the dumbest fucking thing. The way that they are just... The way that Republicans and conservatives are flipping out about gay people is so fucking embarrassing. It is fucking embarrassing as a human being on this planet, as like an intelligent human being on this planet. It's fucking embarrassing to see those people go crazy, to see them fucking flip out over drag queens, to see people flip out over like a guy wearing a dress or a fucking girl dressing like a guy, to flip out over like whether a guy wants to be a girl or a girl. It doesn't. What business do you have? That doesn't matter. You're letting like the idea of someone else's like freak you out, and it has no effect on you. It has no bearing. They are doing all this shit literally just to be assholes. And I've never seen just like this level of just malice and evil. Never. I've read about it in books and stories. You've seen it like in fantasy novels and shit. It's like, but to see this nowadays in 2023, bro, that's sad. This is some shit that you're supposed to see back in 1950, 1943, something like that. I don't know. I'll give you fucking 1960. I'll give you that shit. But today, come on. Get over it yourselves. Get over it. Just get over it, bro. Get over it and move on with your life and be a chauvinist abuser to your fucking whoever is around you. You know, they want to fucking take it, and let them take it. But more than likely, they're not going to fucking want to take it. So, you know. It's crazy, man. That's what we have to do in Florida. I mean, that's just like one fucking thing. You want to get pissed off on us because we're not exactly there on time? But you know what? We were there on time today. When that game fucking started, that place was rocking. That place was rocking. That place was electric. That place was live. That place was packed. And did you see how strong of a team we were? Now, ask your cat. Do you really want us to be there fucking early every single goddamn fucking game? Do you want us to be there on time, sitting in a fucking place, having that place like electric, rocking for your fucking visiting team every single fucking time? Is that what you really want? So that when you come in there, you know it's a guaranteed fucking loss? Think twice about that shit. Be happy that we're like, yeah, you know, whatever, fuck, we don't give a shit. This wasn't a funeral for the Boston Celtics. This was a funeral for the Eastern Conference. This is to tell you that you are no longer you. You are now Heat culture. We are Heat culture. Resistance is futile. We are not going away. We have been here for a long time. You have not noticed us, but we have been here, even when we have been successful. Now, we no longer want just a championship or a dynasty. We want the entire league. We want every single fan. We want every single person who may have never seen a basketball game. We want every single person who's the biggest fan of a basketball game. That's why tonight you saw Kyle Lowry tell Jovic, I can't remember obviously his name, I'm sorry, they don't play him enough, not to take a shot, because you have to show the respect. And he was pissed off, and then the Boston people win and they took the shot. And you saw they didn't have respect. Even after that ass whipping, Boston don't have respect for us. But we show them respect. We respect the fucking game. See how Jimmy Butler is this guy that gets in your fucking face and you still love him? You love him now more than ever. You didn't love him a couple years ago when he did that shit to fucking Minnesota. You loved hearing about it, but you still called him an asshole. You still called him toxic. You still called him this. Look, he doesn't survive there. Look, he doesn't work here. Look, he doesn't work there. They got rid of him there. And now you love Jimmy Butler. Now you want Jimmy Butler so bad on your team. Every single fucking team in the goddamn NBA wants Jimmy Butler. Every single fucking team right now wants Bam. Every single team wants fucking Hero with a broken hand. You want to be us. But you don't realize you already are us. We have already taken over. We control the airwaves now. We control the horizontal and the vertical. We are the heat limit. Cue like that shh. That's what's happening. You don't even see it. You want to pretend like you hate this team. You want to act like, the fucking Heat, blah, 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 fucking hate Miami, fucking hate their fans, fucking, And you say all that shit as you're vacationing in Miami. And you say that shit as you're driving down to fucking Disney World. Because let me tell you something. Orlando, Disney World, that's Miami. That's not Orlando. That's Miami. Sorry. Go watch a Heat Orlando game. Go ahead. Watch what happens. You know what happens. Same thing that happens in every goddamn building. Heat chants break out. We're already there. We've been in your building. We're embedded in your fan bases already. We are all Heat. Resistance is futile. I mean, I'm just being real about this. Sometimes you need to hear the real, and the real isn't, sometimes the real is kind of freaky. But the thing with the real is that you hear the real, the freaky thing comes, and then it goes away, and that's it. You got to deal with it. You finally heard it. It's over. You're moving on. There's nothing you can do about it anymore. You're already into the system. You're already part of the Heat culture. Because you want the Heat culture now. You want Heat culture part of your team. You want Heat culture to be in every single player that you have. You want Pat Riley. You want Eric Spoelstra. You want one of our fucking assistants that you don't even know their fucking names. You have no idea who any of our assistants are, and you want them as your coach. The fuck out of here, you don't. Tell you right now, take one of our fucking coaches, assistant coaches. You don't even know her name, their names. You've never seen their faces. Nothing. You'll take a Heat assistant coach as your coach in the NBA right now, over your coach currently right now. Would you do it? Who's your coach? Huh? Look at your coach in the NBA and tell me, would you do it? You would. The only people that probably wouldn't do it, Golden State, the Spurs. But I think the Spurs would at this point because that guy, Greg Popovich is not a young guy anymore. He doesn't got much left. He can't. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, human beings at some point stop working. They will take a Heat coach, but they won't have to because they're similar to like the Heat. And they already have a good system, so they'll probably just take an assistant coach of their own. But they'll still take a Heat player. They'll still take a Heat coach, for sure. Still denying it anymore. Like, this is not like, it's more of an insult to yourself when you like deny Heat culture, when you deny the Miami Heat from just being a good team. We're not asking you to crown us as the greatest team of all time. We're not saying or claiming that we're the fucking goddamn Chicago Bulls or even the Boston fucking Celtics. We're not even claiming that we're as great as your franchise, knowing with all the fucking rings and all the fucking championships and the banners that you guys have. We're not claiming that we're as good as you. We're just claiming we're pretty fucking goddamn good in the last goddamn 20 years. Last 20 years, we're pretty fucking good. We were good in the 90s. Good in the mid-2000s. Good in the early 2010s. And in the mid-2010s, even until 2020, we've been fighting. Hell, 2020 was the bubble year. We were in the finals. We were good then. So why are you all like acting like we're not a good organization? We're not a good team. We don't have what it takes. We shouldn't be here. Oh, look at the AC. What are you talking about, bro? It's not on us. It's not us. It's you. It's a you fucking problem. It's a you looking in the fucking mirror and realizing I was fucking wrong about this shit. I was wrong about the fucking Heat. Maybe I'm wrong about something else. I mean, great example of like just what's going on with this fucking country and how people are like just like they don't want to admit obvious fucking shit. I don't want to hear the AC shit, bro, because you're just focusing on the 8 seed. You're not understanding. You're not looking at the game. You're not looking at the forest. You're just looking at one fucking tree, bro. There are no bad teams in the NBA. Even the Atlanta and Knicks and all this shit that we wiped the fucking floor with. We still look at them and we're like, they're still good teams. On a good day, they'll beat us. They hit their fucking threes and we don't. They win. But there is no denying that the Heat have that extra oomph to get there. Because they've been there. They've gone through that grind. More so than anybody since 2010. More so than Golden State. And it's not even just like, oh, the playing in the championship, playing in playoffs every fucking year kind of shit like that. You know, it's the media coverage, it's all the pressure and all that shit. That shit just changes, you know. And then like when LeBron left, the spotlight was just taken away. Everybody fucking scattered. Like everybody, they saw fucking aliens here in fucking Florida, and everybody showed up. Oh my god, to see the fucking aliens and stuff like that. Aliens. And the aliens were like, okay, I'm done with you guys. Goodbye. And the aliens left, and all of a sudden everybody dipped. Who gives a shit about this area? Or nobody cares about it. There's no aliens anymore. They left. Everybody, who gives a fuck about Miami? There's no aliens there. What you don't fucking realize is that the aliens stayed. The aliens didn't leave. The aliens told your friends, hey, you can go. But I'm going to stay here. I like it here. And they stayed. And you left, but they stayed. The ship took off with some other fucking alien, but the main alien stayed. It didn't go anywhere, man. It didn't go. It tried to go somewhere, to another place, to check out, to see what life was like, but it ultimately came back. Yes, Dwayne Wade is the alien. Chris Bosh is the alien. Even though Chris Bosh didn't play after a lot because he got sick and all stuff like that, but he's still, his presence, the 2 rings that he collected while he did play, his presence here was a big fucking deal. Those rings were still fucking shining, like, you know, gleaming in the fucking light. His number being raised to the banner, him being recognized, all that shit, that brings reminders of the Heat being a championship caliber team. And that's constantly in the minds of people. That should be constantly in the minds of people. But for some reason, you all fucking hate Bosh and you think Bosh is a fucking joke because he's a funny guy and he likes to play around and he likes to fucking be all silly and you know, he does with the fucking thing, you know, like, and all of a sudden you're all fucking calling him gay. That's you. That's a you fucking problem, man. Look in the fucking mirror. That's a you thing. The same fucking bullshit that we're dealing with the fucking, like, you know, conservatives and the fucking gay. That same kind of bullshit. Motherfuckers get shot up in here like all the time. Fucking, hey, bro, man, no, we need more guns. The same bullshit. Hello. You want to do something easy? Watch some fucking Star Trek, bro. I know this sounds stupid, but honestly, watch some fucking Star Trek, bro. I think more people watch Star Trek, bro, logic would come back to them. They'd be like, that's logical. And then you start thinking logically, more logically, instead of like, I hate to say like Star Wars, you know, I love Star Wars, and I grew up on Star Wars, but I don't really like Star Wars now because it's just all Star Wars is war, da 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 da, slice, da 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 da, and that's not Star Trek. Star Trek has that, but it's not all that. At some point, it has that, just because you're dealing with so many fucking aliens, and there's somebody always around that wants to fucking fight. But at some point, there's a funny fucking episode. At some point, you have fun. And it's serious, but at some point, you have fun. At some point with this team, you have fun. You love this team. This team is serious. This team does not fuck around, but we have fun. I admit, look, we were all wrong about this team, man. I was super wrong about this team. Even though I look back and I see like that, I look back at my old CULTURAs and I'm like, you know, I was pretty still positive and I was still pretty like, you know what, let's just see what the fuck they're up to because they're up to something. Because this is crazy. That was my general fucking opinion of them throughout the season, is that like, let's just see what they've got in store for us because there's something up here. They cannot be bad because they were so great previously. They have all the same guys. They have the same potential. And the way that they're losing, the way that they're playing, you see it. That's the play of somebody who is bored out of their fucking mind, who's just like, just get me to the fucking end. And so the whole year we were just telling ourselves, I was telling myself, I was telling you all, let's just try and make it and not totally flip out on this fucking team. And even though I completely flipped out on this fucking team because I was like, bro, I have so much work to do, I have so much this, and you motherfuckers are still fucking losing, bro. I can't fucking waste time with CULTURA with the very little energy that I have, the very little time that I have when you're fucking losing, bro. And I get on here and I try and give you something, and there's nothing to give you because I have no energy, because there's no excitement. Like, I can't do that. So a lot about CULTURA I skipped on because of that, you know? It was just, so much work to have to put that, and then to do my regular job. It's just, bro, it's mentally taxing, dude. But luckily now the season's over, so I have more fucking time to do this, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I'll do it no matter what. But I'll do it even more when they're fucking winning. And that's why I was like, what the hell's going on? And it's just been amazing to see how a team can just flip the switch. Never seen it like this before. Even going into this game, a lot of us were like, look, they're up 2-0, so we got to expect that they're going to win this motherfucker. But it's still a good chance they might lose this game. And there's a good chance they might win this game and then lose the next one. I don't know, man. But it's still like, there's still some doubt. After today, there's no doubt. After today, you have no doubt. After today, you're just like, why are we going to even play Game 4? Why are we doing this? That's what you're saying, you know? And you weren't like that at the beginning of the season, middle season, even the end of the fucking season, you weren't like that. At the end of the season, we all thought we were fucked. We all thought we were fucked at the end of the season. Holy shit. I know a lot of you are going to go shit on the Boston Celtics. You're all going to be, oh, they suck, all this and all that, and go crap on them. Don't make fun of them. And it's like, you know, just don't even bother. Don't even waste your fucking time with that shit, bro. You know, they're a good team. They're a good organization. They're the only ones that give us any fucking competition. They respect them. They respect their fans. Because they don't respect us. I'll tell you that fucking much. They don't respect us. They even look at us now. They look at this whole fucking scenario, down 0-3, and they don't blame the Heat. They blame Jason Tatum. They blame Williams. They blame everybody on that fucking Celtics team. They don't blame the Heat. They're like, the Heat had nothing to do with this. The Heat aren't that good. They're all fucking like nobody, undrafted fucking players that are just like playing okay right now. And our team is just, you know, not playing hard enough. At some point, you have to accept the fact that, like, you are playing as hard as you fucking playing. Yo, hello, fucking, they're not Goku with another secret fucking level that they can reach, bro, called Super Saiyan. It's just not them, bro. They're literally Goku right now against Frieza, okay? I've said this before. I know I wrote this shit before somewhere. I said this shit before somewhere on CULTURA. But I was using it in a different way. I was using it like for us. But now I'm going to use it for Boston. Okay? They are Goku getting the fucking crap kicked out of them by Frieza on Namek. And your Tien and Chaozu on fucking this little guy's planet. And you're all like, don't worry, he hasn't used the fucking Kaioken technique. And then King Kai turns to you and he's like, you stupid fucking assholes. He has been using that shit. He's been doing it so fast, you don't see it. You just can't see it. But he's been using it the whole fucking time. You people are fucking Chaozu and Tien, who think that, like, the Boston Celtics haven't been using the fucking Kaioken technique this whole time. They've been using everything. It's just the Heat are better. You have to understand, we didn't give a good goddamn rat's ass about the fucking regular season. Fuck that shit. That shit don't matter no more. Just make it to the playoffs. Just be one of the fucking 8 seeds in the playoffs. That's it. Just be one of the 8 teams. That's all we gotta do. That's the philosophy and the logic that this motherfucker came up with this season. I don't give a shit. Let's just make it to the playoffs. And let's make it healthy. That was the most important fucking thing. I know we're down here in Oladipo, but hey, they were fucking 100% healthy when this fucking playoff run started. We were 100% fucking healthy, ready to go. And look at where we're at right now. Can you goddamn fucking imagine if Tyler Hero was playing? I have no doubt anymore. Before I was like, you don't never know. It might be different. He might take shots from somebody. You don't know. No. The way that everybody's playing, that shit's infectious. That shit went around. That entire squad. Tyler Hero would be averaging like 45 right now. At the same time, that fucking Butler would be averaging his average. And everybody else is averaging. We'd be destroying these motherfuckers, bro. Like, just killing them. We'd be killing everybody. Understand this, that Tyler Hero's probably not going to come back. Maybe he'll play a game in the final. Maybe. But I don't think so. If it goes to 7, maybe. But I don't think so even then, because like to come back from that injury, bro, it's just, you don't want to risk it. Just leave him out. We've been doing really good up to this point. You know, you don't want to make it worse. You don't want to fuck it up. You know, you don't want to rush him back too fast. You know, same thing with Oladipo. Take your time with him. Fuck it. You know, we've gone this far without him. I think we're gonna make it without him. And if we make it without him, to all you fucking idiots that want to trade him, trade yourself. Please trade your fucking self to another team. Just stop rooting for the Heat and leave us alone. Okay? Because you're stupid. You're thinking about getting rid of like one of the greatest fucking players right now, or one of the greatest young players right now in the NBA. That's one of the greatest young futures of the NBA. Tyler Hero's stock is high as fuck right now, bro. Like, he is for sure in the conversation as one of the guys that's going to be leading this fucking league when LeBron is done, when fucking KD's gone, when fucking Kawhi Leonard's gone, when Lowry's gone, when all these fucking guys who you fucking know their names now are gone. Tyler Hero's going to be one of these people that are going to step up and they're going to take the fucking like podium from somebody. Okay? That's the same with Bam. Say all these guys are right now, these are the superstar teams that are going to take, they're taking over right now. These are the superstar players. Bam is like still a fucking young guy. Butler starts 35, but you know what? Look at LeBron. LeBron's playing forever. Why can't Butler do the same thing? Butler, great fucking condition. Come on. And if we get a team where Butler fucking doesn't even have to play in the fourth quarter. And if Hero is playing, he wouldn't be playing in the fourth quarter, let me tell you that. The crazy thing is Hero I feel like it opened the door for Butler to shine and be this fucking amazing player. Because if not, Hero would be taking game winners. Do you fucking really are you gonna look me in the fucking eye and the face, seriously, and think that Hero would not be taking any fucking game winners? Do you don't think that Hero would be handling the ball in the fourth quarter? Taking fucking threes and draining them right in your fucking face? With his little fucking Tyler Hero bounce? You don't think that would be happening? The same way that you don't think that this team is capable of winning the championship? The same way that you don't think this team is capable of beating the Celtics? The same way that this team is not even good enough to beat the Knicks? The same way that we're not got no fucking chance against Milwaukee? The same way that we're just a fucking 8 seed, we're not gonna fucking make, we suck? The same way that, you know, our coach is bullshit, you only did it with fucking LeBron and Wade? You're gonna really, like, you're gonna think that? That Tyler Hero's not gonna fucking play it? He's not gonna fucking be amazing? He was hurt last year, bro. He wasn't amazing last year because he was hurt. I'm excited for this team next year because a lot of these guys are coming back. This whole team's coming back. We're going to have another fucking run with this same exact fucking team. Nobody's leaving. Nobody's leaving. All of our guys are not guys that, you know, they'll be gone. Maybe Gabe Vincent, we have to get a better contract. But you think Gabe Vincent's going to leave? I don't think Gabe Vincent's going to leave. Gabe Vincent wants to stay here. All these guys are just like, they're all going to want to stay here. No one's going to want to leave. So we'll have the same fucking team. We'll get the same fucking team back next year, and we'll get Tyler Hero back hungry and healthy. Next year, you know what you're going to do? You're not going to give the Heat a shot. You're going to still say the Heat suck, the Heat are this, the Heat are that. The Heat go fucking, you know, they get another 6 seed, 7 seed, something like that. You're going to be like, oh, you see, they're bullshit. You haven't realized, man, it's not about the seeds anymore. It's not about, we figured it out. You don't need it anymore. The threes really changed the fucking game. And it's amazing to see how Golden State, how Miami changed the three and the way the last 30 seconds of a game is played with the Ray Allen three. And then Golden State took the same three-pointer and applied it to the whole fucking game. Well, what if you just made the three the whole fucking game? And that changed the whole way you play the fucking NBA. And And now, like, the 3, like, has changed the way you approach playoffs and the postseason. It's changed the way you approach the postseason, because even during the Golden State time, they were just desperate to get home court advantage. It was always about, we have to get home court advantage. If we don't get a home court advantage and we don't have game 7 at fucking home, you're done. It's all over. You don't have a chance. Blah, 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 blah. But the Heat losing at home game fucking 7 changed that shit, because they missed a 3. They realized that there's no reason to go crazy if you just hit that 3. There's no reason to even be a 1 seed, 2 seed, a high seed. Just make it healthy. Make it to the postseason healthy. The 3 will bail you out. If you're healthy, you'll be shooting the 3 good, and it will bail you out, dude. It will bail you out of, like, playing away, playing a number 1 seed. People bend and break under very little pressure, man. Very little pressure. The minute they re-rolled up into Milwaukee, we've had history with them for a long time. So those fans were, like, not really. The only reason those fans were like, oh, we're going to fucking take it to them, was because we were the 8th seed. And 2 years ago, they swept us. And they swept us after, we fucking beat the shit out of them. And so they felt like, oh, we finally got revenge, and we showed them. And then they won a title that year. So they came out thinking, oh, we're way better than Miami. And it wasn't. It was just that, bro, we went on that run, and that run killed us, dude. And during COVID and all that kind of shit with the stress and everybody's fucking had this short season, that killed us. Milwaukee benefited from getting bounced early from the goddamn fucking bubble. We bounced them. They benefited from that. They had extra time to rest. The 3 changed the playoffs, the postseason. Now you don't have to worry about a seeding. You don't have to be worrying about fucking game 7 and playing in Boston. I'll go to game 7 in Boston. Let's go. We'll destroy them, bro. Like, that's what I mean. It's like, that doesn't exist anymore. Home court advantage is very rare. It's becoming very rare. That's why this whole thing with the Heat being undefeated at home is a really big deal. Because it's creating the illusion. Now it's creating the idea. Now it's in the players' heads. Shit, we're rolling into Miami and they're undefeated in this motherfucker, and they just totally destroyed the fucking Celtics in this shit. They destroyed everybody that came up with this motherfucker. Like, people are coming in here and going to be expecting probably to lose more than they are expecting to win. They're gonna come in here, whoever we play, Denver or Lakers, and more likely will be Denver. But they're gonna come in here and they're gonna be like, fuck, they've won all the games here, so it's gonna be really hard to fucking. That's it. That's all the doubt that you need. And in the beginning, you just hit a couple fucking threes, and boom, shit, fuck. I guess they're right about this place. Whatever, bro. We'll get them in the next one, and that's how you create the crumble. I could go on forever on this shit, but I don't want to. 1:11's enough. An hour is enough for you guys, because I'm gonna enjoy this. I want to go back, I look at the highlights, and watch Sports Center, watch everybody talk about this, and I want to enjoy this a little, Even though I said, like, don't worry about it, just move on, fuck this, I just want a little bit before I say that, It's I got like 30 minutes before 1 a.m. so I can be like, wait, what do? I'm gonna check it out for 30 minutes. No, we're done. That's it. We're moving on. Because you better really, we gotta put these motherfuckers away to the next game. We can't go. We gotta sweep these guys. We gotta make this shit 4-0, crush them, back breaking knee, Batman done, broken half. That's what we gotta do. Can't fuck around. And the next game's gonna be the hardest game that we played against the Boston Celtics. It will be the hardest fucking game that we played, for sure. Closing motherfuckers out is the hardest fucking thing to do in a series. Celtics, the Milwaukee game, the hardest game was closing them out. The Knicks, the hardest game, closing them out. Boston, better believe this will be the hardest game closing out. And I got to imagine Jason Tatum, bro, is going to do everything that he possibly can, bro. Because if he doesn't, like, if by second quarter, third quarter, he doesn't have, like, 20 points in the first, Trade him. Just trade him. Fuck him. Trade him right there. Trade him for a fucking toothpick. I'm not satisfied. I want more. The collective must grow. Join us. He cultura. He cultura. He cultura. He cultura. However you say it, that's how you say it. Now and forever. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura. Studio MOGURA. Remember, hit me up at the PayPal. Hit me up at the Cash App. All donations go toward the making of my independent film, The Strategist. Please help out with that. If you want something tangible, buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon, on Barnes & Noble, softcover, hardcover. Check out my comic shop and blog, octotaku.com. Check out my TeePublic, Studio Mogura. And check out my playlist for El Topo and PM Crew on Spotify. Check it out on your computer so you can listen to the whole thing. And then also check out my album coming out on August 15th. Pre-order already started. You can pre-order it at El Topo Bandcamp. eltopomiami.bandcamp.com. Sorry about that. Yeah, go there and pre-order it because you'll pre-order it for $5.99 or whatever you want to pay. I get most of the money, and it's really helps artists more. And more importantly, you get the first 4 singles. You don't have to wait till fucking August to get all the singles. You get them right now. And on top of that, you know what? You can just go to Bandcamp and listen to the album. Like, even if you don't want to buy the tracks, or even if you don't want to download it or anything like that, you can just go over there and listen to it. Just listen to the album. You just go there, press play, and you can hear the whole fucking album, bro. Everywhere else only gives you clips. On Bandcamp, you can hear the whole thing. Go ahead, hear the whole thing. Tell me what you like. Tell me if you don't like it. I don't give a shit. Just fucking listen to it. You can tell me it fucking sucks dick. You know why? I don't give a shit because you heard it. I'll be happy that you heard it. Okay? Tell me that you heard it. Okay? Hit me up. All right? So, see you next game. Closing it out. Ending. Celtics done. Forever. Good night. Goodbye. Finals coming for you. Get ready.